Who could be better to hit the highway with for a road trip than this guy? It is Freeway, Throttlebot Freeway. Actually, it's the Wei Jiang oversized KO of the Toyworld iteration of the Throttlebot character known as Freeway. Yeah, I get it, man. Mouthful, but he's going to be our focus this time around in the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your humble host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please, for as long as you can, like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you're at it, that's right, hit that notification bell so that it lets you know when new content goes up for however long it lasts before YouTube destroys itself. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors NL, the Autobot family, and most importantly, have a look for me everywhere across social media, man. However we have an opportunity to interact is good with me. This is Freeway, kind of, sort of. It is a respectably accurate car mode, I suppose, but it's a highly stylized robot mode with about the only things harkening back to the character being the head sculpt and the fact that he's blue. It's alright. It's an alright figure. It's a pretty solid car. It's an alright arm. It's a pretty okay robot. Mostly I say the last part about it being an okay robot because of one specific area that doesn't really seem to lock in, and it seems like a big oversight. Perhaps it does on the official and just not on the KO, but we're going to delve into it all when we head over to the table and take a closer look at this guy. And it's time for us to take a look at the fifth member of the oversized KO Toyworld Throttlebots, and that being the comedian of the bunch, the funny guy, if you will, Freeway. Now, this time around, his instructions are a little bit different, but it's, like, honestly, it's obviously part of the same set. It scales perfectly. It's definitely made to the same sort of quality as the other members, as you would well expect. It's so weird, though, the way that they go together. Like, some of these, like, Wide Load was just outright called Wide Load. And then, like, the next three members were all called, like, Justice and Liberty. But this time around, the instructions for this guy are on the exact same type of paper and whatnot, and this guy's just called Wei Jiang Robot Force. I don't know. Same sort of instructions, but again, like, weird, kind of strange branding. Like, it seems like different branding. It seems like it should be part of a different set or something, but, like, I don't know. It goes with this, so we'll call it part of the same set, I guess. Like others in the set, he comes with a dandy sword, and this is really nicely molded. Right down to the hilt. It's fantastic, actually. He also comes with a nicely molded solid black blaster. No paint detail, but it looks really nice. It's a great, great accessory. And as you may or may not know, this guy is a car, and he is also a limb. He is the other arm for our Throttlebot combiner. As we have done in the past, we will kind of show that going through here now. So we come here, we pick that back section off. Once we have that off, we should be able to kind of just bring it out and turn it around. I can tell you now, it's on a ball joint. It loves to pop off of that ball joint. Once this is off, we should next be able to hopefully separate the legs from the, like, rear side of the car here, basically. And it's, again, the tolerances are tight here. It's not that the tolerances are tight, it's that, like, it's actually good because everything is pegged in so tightly, but it doesn't make getting things apart easier. So we bring that side down, and we have to do the same over here. We may have to bring that arm out, and I find that this guy, much like the other car arm, needs the robot arms disengaged before we can disengage the legs. Once the legs are disengaged, we can extend them down. We just kind of fold them out and bring them down. Very sort of Combiner Wars-esque. Same on this side. we do it, we bring it down. We take this whole section here and it should be able to basically fold up over. If I can kind of get it apart here. There. So you get that apart and then this whole section folds up over. And now we should be able to deal with the legs. And just like with the, like, I guess the, how is it we do this? We'll turn the legs at the hips this way. And now we need to kind of move the legs around because we want the guy to have, ability to bend his arm. So we do that, and then we do, there we go. So we turn it to the side where the tire is facing forward, and then we hold onto the thigh, and we turn it back a bit. And have the tires now on the outside. They can go together. Because we've oriented the thighs properly, we now have a nice elbow bend. Much like the other arm, you can bring these in on the side. Much like the other arm, right here we have two ports. Those ports will slot on over a section that encapsulates the shoulders and the head for the combined mode, and this will give us another arm. And of course we will sandwich a hand in between these two lower leg pieces. But this is it for an arm. Now, with all of that being said, we're going to do I'll say a similar transformation to what we did before with the other arm. We will disengage this whole kind of section here and flip that up to be a toe, and this lower section sort of flips back to become a heel. We're going to do the same on this side. We disengage the whole thing, we flip the toe forward, we rotate this section back to become the heel, and now we have him able to stand up. It's not perfect, but we will kind of clean it up in a little bit. But this is basically the lower body done. The arms here, they come off the little tabbed in sections up here and come off on the side using a hinge in here. We extend the arm, we fold out a hand, do we fold back the, yeah, we fold back the window. Again, be careful of the side mirror. This one extended out as well. Bring out the hand, fold in the window. And you can really see how much this robot now is coming together. The whole hood section, it comes up, and this is where things get kind of interesting. There's a gray hinge in behind the hood that comes up and over to bring the whole head up and over. Make sure that we have the hinges on the arms done correctly, and there's like a little B hinge there. You need to really make sure that that is done correctly. You untab the two sides of the hood and they slide in over there, and then this should be able to come back and slot into place right there at the shoulders, with the backpack turning up around and collapsing behind the head. I'm going to come in a little bit closer just to show you a couple of things that were not clearly shown there. Okay, if we look in here, you can see that there's a hinge here that goes down to a midway hinge that comes back up to a hinge here in the shoulder. It needs to be down in this V sort of shape. This whole piece is going to fold up on this hinge right here and fit in right along here, with this coming in behind. And that's what sort of holds it all together. It's not the most solid in the world, but that's in theory how this works, so that in the end it looks like this. And here we have him in his robot mode. Now, to be fair, there's things I like here and things I really don't like here. His aesthetics, the way he looks, it is all right for Freeway. It's okay. Freeway should have a gold face. This guy has a silver face. I don't know. Paint it gold, I suppose. Besides that, like, the blue is pretty good. There's a lot of black on his thighs and his tummy. Gray in here and black on his hands. Again, all that should be blue, but like, I could see why you would add the other colors, because just a stark blue for everything is kind of boring looking. I mean, we saw it with the recently with the like Siege Rainmaker set, and a lot of people complained and said it's too monochromatic. I understand that, but to be accurate, it would have to be pretty monochromatic. He's a car. He's supposed to be a car. A lot of it is good. Otherwise, I'm going to say that it's a solid 8. For an effort to, like, I guess, you know, I'm saying 8, but I'm not feeling 8, man. I'm not feeling it, you know? 7. I gotta say 7 because even the hood chest, it's supposed to be the roof of the car. It's not right. Somebody would have to tell me that this is Freeway. I would not just know it. But the color is pretty accurate, and once I'm told it's Freeway, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I see what you were doing there. So I'm gonna say 7. I'm gonna be nice and say 7. In terms of the transformation, it's alright. The tolerance tabs are actually pretty good on it. I don't feel like I'm going to break anything, but this ball peg up here for the like license plate piece, I guess, on the back is terrible. It pops off so easily. The whole way that like the head and chest section fits in here is highly dubious. It's not really pegged in anywhere. It's not gonna fall out really. Well, maybe it will fall out. I don't like it. And maybe I'm doing something wrong, but honestly, I don't like it. And if I am doing something wrong, then it's not clearly delineated in the instructions exactly what to do to lock it in. As a matter of fact, I originally just kind of put the two hood sections and kind of angled them in, but you don't. You actually, there's a hinge underneath and you bring them forward and they both come in over the middle section. I thought that might help to kind of tab it in more, but honestly, not really, not a lot. I think that there's little teeth on the hinges in here of the shoulder pieces. Maybe that's supposed to hold it in, but it doesn't do it particularly great. It's all right. That's what I would say. It's all right. In terms of articulation, I do love that the head can go left and right and up and down. I like that it's on a hinge. That's pretty cool. It gives it a lot of mobility. The shoulders, they do go all the way around. They go well out. We have a bicep swivel. We have elbow to 90 degrees, nothing at the wrist. We do have a waist on the guy. We have legs that can kick way back, way forward. He can do splits way out to the side. Knee to a little under 90 degrees, but it's pretty close. We have like the toe and the heel can tilt forward and back. We do have an ankle tilt. That's pretty glorious, actually. Like, he kind of has everything that you would want. I just kind of wish that this chest section tapped in a little bit better than what it does. Maybe it does on the actual Toy World one. On the KO, it's just a, you know, it's one of those things that's been compromised. In terms of size, here he is with Siege Voyager class Optimus Prime, and you can see he's bigger than that. He's definitely the size of a traditional Voyager from, say, Titan's Return or Power of the Primes or the Combiner Wars lines. So I've sort of hemmed and hawed over the grades here. His look, a 7. His transformation, I'm gonna say an 8. And the articulation, honestly, about an 8.5. Overall, this guy is about an 8. He's pretty good. The only thing, really, that I would like to see improved on him is I wish that the head and chest tabbed in just a little bit better than what it actually does. And we're back here once again, and we have Freeway in his arm mode, because he's going to, of course, be part of that combiner, and he makes a fine, solid arm. Like, I don't have any problem with him being an arm. It's cool. In terms of a car, he's pretty solid car. I didn't quite have everything locked in car mode in the review. You probably noticed that. That was deliberate so that when I went to the conversion, I had somewhere I could start to kind of like pull at things, you know, and pull out tabs so that we could actually start the conversion. Because if everything is kind of squeezed tightly, it's really hard to find a starting point with this guy. I really wish that in robot mode the chest locked in better. Maybe on the official Toy World version it does. I really don't know. Maybe that was something compromised for the KO. Now it kind of wedges in there, it sort of nestles in there, and it stays fairly secure, but it's kind of like, if you know the chest of reveal the shield jazz, then you know that it flips down and his head reveals out, but the chest doesn't really lock in anywhere, as great as that mold is. Well, it's the same sort of thing here. I couldn't find anywhere where the actual chest locked in anywhere, and I feel like that's an oversight, like it really should. And if you guys know where it locks in, hey, let me know. But he's all right. I would say at this point he is the second weakest of the bunch. Not because he's bad. Certainly not poor wide load. But I know that they did other characters just a little bit better. Of course, maybe you disagree with my assessment, and that's fine too. Let me know what you think about this guy. You know, as long as you're allowed to make comments and we can actually be an interactive community, because perish the thought that adult collectors talk to each other, right? So silly. But for now, hey, let me know what you think about this guy. What your experience has been. Maybe you have the official one and can tell me if that one is different from this one. You know I love to hear from you guys, however it is that we are able to communicate and interact. I appreciate you coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. Now more than ever, it is paramount important that you please hit that subscribe button, stick around with us, have some fun. Don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every day, you do make a difference. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, there is a donate link down in the description. And I very much look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams, again, for as long as they last, at the stop motion premieres, and of course, right here the old-fashioned way, inside the videos.